Hi friends, how are you? A little bit ago, I did a video for our kindergarten friends, and now I would like to do one for our preschool friends, all of our friends that are coming back to see us next year. Okay, so I have this book called Ready, Set, Preschool, and this book is full of a lot of different stories, but there's a couple stories I would like to talk about. Like, there's a friend in this classroom named Casey, and he is going to count. Do you remember how we count in our classroom? Let's see. Casey wants to take his best things to school. Can you count them? One blankie for quiet time, two books with words that rhyme, three race cars that go zoom, four grasshoppers to hop in the room, five notebooks for his writing, six red apples that are ripe, seven pencils in a box, eight sparkly rocks, nine leaves for show and tell, 10 crayons that color well. Now Casey is ready to go to school. Let's see, there's one, two for the number two, one, two, three for the number three. Let's see, one, two, three, four bugs, one, two, three, four, five, one, two, three, four, five, six apples, one, two, three, four, five, six, seven pencils, one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight sparkly rocks. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine leaves. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10 color crayons. That all looks fun. But I have a question. In our preschool, do we bring stuff with us to school? Let's think. What kind of stuff do we bring with us to our classroom? Do we bring toys to our classroom? No. Do we bring blankies to our classroom? No. Let's think. What goes in our backpacks? Maybe an extra shirt or an extra pair of pants? Extra clothes in case we get wet or get dirty or have an accident. That's a good thing to have. Maybe an extra pair of shoes if our shoes get wet. Maybe I think that's everything. Maybe some of us are still learning how to potty train. So some of us need to have extra pull-ups in our backpacks. That helps us. Yep, that works. So we keep extras in our backpacks, but we don't bring toys in our backpacks. Good job, friends. You guys are so smart. Kiss your brains. Very nice. Let's see. What other story is in here? Oh, I like this one. This is called Quack Like a Duck, Moo Like a Cow. So it looks like Miss Wilson takes the class to visit a farm. Well, let's make sure we can all see the pages. There we go. Um, Say the words for the picture of the poem and do what the animal does. Say what the animals say. Okay, so we're going to say and do what the animals say. So this first one right here is a pond, a picture of a pond, and there's a duck right there. And it says, "You lucky duck, paddle and splash forward and back." What do ducks say? Hmm. Quack, quack, quack. Can you quack like a duck? Let's flap our wings. We're gonna flap our wings, and we're gonna quack, 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 quack. That's quacking like a duck. Good job. You guys are doing an amazing job. And let's see. Then there's a cow. What do you think a cow does? Let's see. Now be a cow and choo choo choo. What does a cow say? What do you think a cow says? I'm listening. Right, a cow says moo, moo, moo. Very good. You guys are very smart. Be a baby chick. Hatch and scratch, peck and peep. Cheep, 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 cheep. That's what baby chicken says. Cheep, 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 cheep. Can you flap your wings like a chicken? Cheep, 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 cheep. You can't flap and do a cheep at the same time. That's okay. We tried, right? Trying is good. All right, what about a horse? Be a proud horse and trot, trot, trot. What does a horse say? Friends, do you know what a horse says? Let's see. I can't do it very well, but I'm going to try, and I hope you try with me. Nay, nay. I think that's good enough. That was a good job. I heard you loud and clear. Stretch like a cat and lick your paws. Cry like a cat. How? How do cats cry? I know they lick their paws and they wipe their faces, and that's how they bathe. But how do they cry? How about meow, meow? Let me hear your best meow. That is so beautiful. You guys are doing amazing. And lastly, be a busy bumblebee, fly from flower to flower. Do what the bee does. Okay, so we're going to do what the bee does. So we need to get our wings. Get your wings. And we're going to buzz. That's good. Buzz like a bee. Awesome job, friends. Let's see, there's this book is so full of stories. Let's find another fun story. What about the shapes? How about the shapes? The preschool class visits the triangle square ranch. Can you help round up shapes? Look at the shapes at the top of the page and find them hidden in the picture. So this right here, triangle, squares, circle, and rectangle. These are the shapes we need to find in this picture. Can you find any of those shapes? Do you see what I see? I see a circle right here. I see a triangle here, a square here. This looks like a rectangle. Do you see any other shapes? Good job. That tree back there, the moon is a circle. This sign is a rectangle. And that window is a square. Awesome job, friends. You guys are doing so good. All righty. And one last thing. This is a story about a friend named Aaron. And Aaron can't wait to go to school. So it says, Aaron can't wait for the first day of school. Then he'll wear his new school shoes. He'll make new friends and show them his moon rock. Aaron can't wait. Finally, the big day came. Aaron put on his new school shoes. He put on his he put his moon rock in his pocket and he walked to school with his daddy. The teacher, Miss Wilson, met Aaron and his daddy at the door of the classroom. She showed Aaron his own cubby for his backpack and jacket. Then he and Daddy walked around the classroom. They saw big blocks stacked against the wall and shelves of picture books. Friends, do you remember our classroom? Do you have a cubby for your coat and backpack? Do you remember our block shelf and our little library that we have? Those are fun areas, huh? A piano was in one corner and a big basket was in another. This is our let's pretend corner, said Miss Wilson. Outside the window they could see the playground and with monkey bars and a seesaw. We have a pretend area. Do you remember what our pretend area looked like before we left school? Right. We had a clothing store and we had a living room with a fireplace and baby dolls where we could wash our clothes at too. Yeah. We had a little, we turned our stove into a washer and dryer. Remember? That was super fun to pretend that we could wash clothes, huh? We were selling and buying clothes and selling and buying shoes and washing clothes and just doing all sorts of things with clothes. I can't wait till next year when we can talk more about it. Alrighty, let's see what's happening with Aaron. This looks okay, right, Aaron? His daddy asked. Aaron nodded yes. So I guess I'll go now, said his daddy. Where are you going? Asked Aaron. We have to go to school. You are going to school and I am going to work, said his daddy. We talked about this yesterday, Aaron. Aaron looked around the room at all the children. He didn't know any of them. Don't go, Daddy, he whispered. Friends, is it okay for our mommies and daddies to bring us to preschool? And it's okay for them to leave us there for a little while? Yeah, because our mommies and daddies have stuff they have to do too, huh? So we go to school to learn and they go to work and then they come back and pick us up, right? Very good. Just then, Miss Wilson came over, bringing another boy. Aaron, she said, this is Shelby. He has something to show you. I have a conch shell from the bottom of the ocean, said Shelby. I have a rock that looks like it came from the moon, said Aaron. He took his moon rock out of his pocket and held it out. Shelby let Aaron hold his big shell. Then they began building a fort with blocks around the seashell and the moon rock. Hey, can you see those blocks? Do we have blocks that look like that in our classroom? I think we might. Ours doesn't have stars on them or shapes on them, but I think they are those similar shapes. Let's see. Class is about to begin, boys and girls, said Miss Wilson. Sit down at a table, please. Aaron and Shelby ran to a table and sat in chairs near each other. Aaron's daddy came over and gave Aaron a hug. I have to go now, he said, but Red Ted can stay, and I'll be back to pick you up at 3 o'clock. Aaron made a face. Goodbye, said Daddy. Aaron said nothing. Shelby's mommy came over and hugged him goodbye. Bye, Mommy, said Shelby. Bye, Daddy, said Aaron at last. He opened a notebook on the table. Can you write your name? He asked Shelby. Aaron's daddy left with the other parents, but he stood just outside the door and watched Aaron write his name in Shelby's notebook. When Aaron looked up, his daddy smiled and waved goodbye. Aaron smiled and waved back as his dad left to go to work. Wow, friends, do you see these friends at this preschool are learning to write their names? I hope you're still practicing. I can't wait to see your hard work next year when you come back. Aaron's daddy came back to the school at 3 o'clock. Time to go home, Aaron, he said. But Aaron wasn't ready to leave. He and Anna were stacking blocks neatly against the wall. Shelby and Katie were putting picture books back on the bookshelves. Aaron showed his daddy the painting he had made. Finally, Aaron packed up his backpack and was ready to go. He said goodbye to Miss Wilson. He said goodbye to Shelby. Walking home from school with his daddy, Aaron said, I can't wait for school tomorrow. That is a fun story. So fun. Do you remember what it was like to start preschool? Your first day of preschool? I bet it was a little scary, right? And some of you didn't want your mommies and daddies to go, huh? But then after a while, you realize that it's fun and you have new friends, and it's okay for mommies and daddies to leave. Well, guess what? I have some exciting news for you. When we come back to school, our old friends that were at school with us are going to be going to kindergarten. So they're not going to come back. They're going to go to a different school. But we're going to have new friends join us. So you guys will be the big kid helpers in our class, and we'll have new friends to teach how to share and how to sing and how to write our names and play outside and play with the blocks and paint pictures. and you'll be able to show them the water table and the Play-Doh. I know a lot of you really loved making Play-Doh, and I can't wait to get back to the classroom so we can make Play-Doh together again. But I'm super excited that you guys are going to be our big kid helpers in our classroom when we come back to school. We're going to have a lot of new friends, and I bet they'll be excited to meet you too. So I hope you had fun with this preschool book, and we will see you soon. Bye. We miss you. Have a good day.